In case you're wondering about the change of angle, it's a very simple thing. I noticed that yesterday when I was going into Smug Corner over here, it was revealing a lot more chins. So therefore, I've got a slightly higher angle. Because the higher angle, less chin. See? It's all about the angle. I think about these things. Well, I don't. I just looked at the photo and went, oh, you fat bastard. Sort that out. Anyway, more importantly, 58 days ago, on the 7th of July, in the year of our Lord, 2025, I did a video on the fact that the government had launched the gov.uk app, and I said, avoid it like the plague. This is digital ID through the back door. And actually, the same people that came out yesterday to defend Bill Gates and ultimately Jimmy Savile said to me, oh, no, you're just a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist. There's nothing wrong with this. This is just joined up thinking. It's not. The only thing joined up about the thinking is sneaking digital ID in through the back door. And that is catastrophic for society if you don't want to live in China. Because that's what digital ID is. Essentially, it's the Chinese social credit system under a different name. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying or they're misinformed. Oh, are they spreading misinformation like what I do? Because that's what digital ID is all about. It'll link everything up in one convenient place for hackers, scammers, terrorists, and most importantly, the government to spy on you. Now, luckily, two-tier Kia. See that? Did you see? Right. Wind back to about 1 minute 57 seconds and watch it again, and you'll notice that as I said two-tier Kia, my bicep twitched. That was completely involuntary, but I noticed it on the screen. I can't help it. I can't. He makes my bicep twitch. He makes me want to get angry. Two-tier, I'll put it over there. Look, put it over, behave. Two-tier Kia has said that he's going to have to bring in digital ID to crack down on small boat crossings. Now, let's deal with that first, because that is the biggest pile of steaming horseshit bollocks you'll ever hear. And if you haven't worked it out already, I will explain it, though I hope 99% of you watching this have gone, yeah, we know, Tone, we know what you're going to say. I'm going to say it anyway. These people come across the channel with no ID. So how is them getting a digital ID going to solve anything? Now, turns out, I've looked into this. First things first, they get a digital ID. They could put what they like on it. They could call themselves John Smith. Chances are they're not called John Smith because they're from the Sudan. But there may be a Smith family out there. The Smith family are spread far and wide across the globe. So he turns up, he goes, let's imagine I am Dingy Dave. I've just stepped off the boat at Dover. I've been welcomed with open arms by Gary Lineker. I've been given a phone by Angela Rayner, because that's her new job now. She had to resign from being Deputy Prime Minister. She hands out the phones on Dover just to keep her hand in, you know. Give her that job. Give her something to do. She only lives down the road at Brighton in her third home, so it'd be all right. Bit topical, that, wasn't it? So I get off there. I've got my phone, and then they go, right, condition of you having a brand new 1,500 quid iPhone for free when you arrive in this country, before you scoot off to your 4-star hotel, play table tennis and do other stuff, you got to download this app, or it's pre-downloaded. Right, put your details in. All right, name, John, surname, Smith, date of birth. Yeah, well, I don't want to be 50 anymore. I always preferred it when I was 26. Well, it's not 26 years old. Oh, that's easy, 99. All right, put my date of birth in, change the year to 1999. Ideal, we in here. Get a bit hot in here. So, I'm now 26. Of course, my previous criminal record in whatever country I've come from has been completely expunged. I am now a free citizen with absolutely no criminal record whatsoever. I don't have one. Mine's expired. Google it if you want to find out. It's really boring. So, I've now got a complete new digital identity. So how's that stop people coming over? I'm completely lost because now I've got a new identity in Britain. How has that then stopped me from coming over? I'm legitimate. I'm completely legitimate. I'm basically a British citizen now. I know I'm an asylum seeker and I've got to go through everything. But if they're going to bother to give me a digital ID, then that's going to put that to bed. But then they said, hang on. If we give you a digital ID, you won't be able to work for companies like Deliveroo and Just Eats and work in the black economy like you all do when you come over here, and we know you do because we help you do it. We're going to stop that. How's that going to stop that then? Because at the moment, they're working there with no ID whatsoever. So why would having a digital ID stop that? Because they're not being vetted. So once you give them the digital ID, they just won't use that digital ID. Or if they do, then they'll be able to get a job easier because they'll have a digital ID. Either way, right? That makes no sense. In no way does that, in any way, shape or form, stop the small boats. It can't do. It's impossible. It serves no purpose for that purpose. So, therefore, that's the smokescreen. What's behind it? Total control over your lives. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What you spend, where you spend it, because it'll be linked to your bank account, your social media account. So if you're me and it's linked to your bank account, you're pretty much going to find very quickly that because you've said some bad stuff about the government, that your account's a little bit monitored. And then it'll be, go for a pint. Now, you can have a pint. Why not? Because you called Keir Starmer a wanker earlier on. Well, he is a wanker. Oh, no, yeah, but you can't say that. Why not? There's free speech in this country. Not anymore. We've got digital IDs. There you go. See how it works? It's a very simple process. Oh, but if you do nothing wrong, you've got nothing to worry about. Bollocks. Previous videos I've done on banking where I've tried to buy cars and my own bank has stopped me from getting my money sent over to the auction house to buy the cars. That's happened. I've sold a car to a mate who has a very good credit rating and a very, very good relationship with his bank because he has a lot of money in there because he has a very successful business. He wasn't able to buy a car off me through his bank as they refused to send the money to me as my company wasn't reputable, in their opinion. These have all happened. You can Google the bloke in Santander who went in to buy, to get money out of his bank to buy a motorbike for his son, and they flat refused. And he videoed the whole thing. It's all there, and they say, no, we're going to need to see invoices and we're going to need to see receipts. And he said, well, I haven't bought it yet. Well, no, and so once you find one that you like, bring us in the quote and show it to us, and then we may let you have your money out of your account. That is already happening. So we are only one step away from, do you want a pint? You can't have a pint. Oh, I'm going to have a tenner on the Grand National. No, you're not. That's blocked. Drinking, gambling, smoking. Or you go to the shop, you go to pay for your shopping in Asda. Next thing, half of it's blocked because it's not government approved purchases. Like buying a whole piece of cow instead of buying a piece of synthetic meat. You know, the stuff that's condoned by Bill Gates. That would be allowed, of course, but buying an actual piece of grass-fed cow wouldn't be allowed because of the methane and how you're killing the climate. Do you see how this is going? It's a very, very simple process. It doesn't take long to do. Just Jav rolling his bloody wheelie bins around in the background. Does he not know I'm doing a video? Honestly. Right. So, just think about it. And if you honestly still think, after that 10 minutes of rambling, that it's still a good idea, there's probably not a lot I can do for you apart from recommend you go get another COVID jab, because it does seem to be a correlation, whether you like it or not. People that think like me and people that don't, there seems to be a correlation between COVID and non-COVID. I know there's crossovers, but it does seem to be one or the other. It's a very weird thing. But I know there are a lot of people since COVID that have changed their minds on things. So welcome. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the side where you realise that this world's fucked. And it just took you a little bit longer to realise it than I did. And I've already done my breakdown. I've already licked windows. I've come through the other side. I'm all right. Anyway, the point being that if digital IDs are the future is my arse. Because they can only bring pain. We've all got driving licenses. We've all got passports. There's no need of a digital ID. It can only be for more control. And if they say it's to stop small boats, much like Graham Linehan, punch them in the balls. Unless, of course, it's Angela Rayner. She doesn't have any balls. Or does she? Different story. Different day. Future my arse.